So, what is going on, guys? This is Ryan here.
And this is other Ryan here.
And today we once again have another interesting video for you all. Now this one is talking about the purple Freddy hat and the entwinement with Fredbears Family Diner.
Yes, and how this purple hat and bow tie may not actually entwine itself with Freddy Fazbear.
Yeah, now I think when we first all saw this, the first thing everyone was alarmed to was the property of Fredbears Family Diner, and I said from the start that this image was going to possibly be the most intriguing out of them all. And when you think about the property of Fredbears Family Diner and this purple Freddy character, it really does introduce a whole new load of things, because this purple Freddy character is seen in Freddy Fazbear's pizza establishments.
It's very clever how Scott done this, because he wants us to connect the dots.
Absolutely, yeah.
Basically, this theory is suggesting that this purple hat and purple bow tie may be a direct link to the Purple Man or the Purple Killer, and maybe that the killer is actually the owner of Fredbear's Diner.
So in Five Nights at Freddy's 2, the phone guy actually speaks very briefly of Fredbear's Family Diner. Now, he kind of seems to skim a lot of the inner secrets that the company might hold, and he pretty much just says it's been closed down for a couple of years and that they're trying to get in contact with the establishment. But this Freddy Fazbear's Pizza Company seems to have opened quite recently after. I mean, it's only been a couple of years, but we don't really know how many years it's been, because there was an establishment also before.
Yes, and that's where the first lot of murders actually took place, and this had me thinking that maybe Fredbear's Diner and Fazbear Entertainment, they kind of intertwined at one point. They were both open at the same time, and I personally believe that Fazbear Entertainment, or Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, actually took business away from Fredbear's Diner, forcing them to close down the establishment and obviously causing some kind of mental breakdown for this owner, who may actually be the killer of the kids in Five Nights at Freddy's.
It sounds absolutely bizarre, but sometimes with these companies, you know, you create a mascot, you want to really live by that name, and if someone else tries to take it away from you, sometimes people can go to absolute drastic measures to try and retain their name and their own business, really.
Yes, and I mean, just the fact that this hat and bow tie is purple, Scott has done that for a very specific reason. As I said, he wants us to connect to this purple guy, and the fact that we see this in the bottom right hand corner, property of, and we are speculating this as Fredbear's Diner, may actually suggest that this purple guy or this purple killer we're seeing in the mini games and in Five Nights at Freddy's 3 may actually have been the owner of Fredbear's Diner.
Yes, and something else which actually backs this whole concept up is not what's within the image itself, but the way Scott has actually made his logo appear. Now, we know Scott seems to shift the colorings of his logo to represent something within the image, or maybe deliver an external message from outside. Now, this logo is a very clear purple color, much like Purple Freddy, and this could be linking the Purple Freddy character to the Purple Freddy guy, and that can mean a whole host of things, and it can actually introduce a lot of connections. That maybe this purple guy actually worked for Fredbear's Family Diner, and the fact that we're seeing him within these establishments, that is Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, i.e. an absolute external chain of the Freddy Fazbear Corporation Entertainment System, it does leave a lot of questions.
What's also interesting about this theory is that the Shadow Freddy that we all originally believed to be a hallucination may actually be real, and it might be this owner of Fredbear's Diner within Freddy Fazbear's Pizza within this purple suit.
Absolutely, yeah. Sounds like an absolute entwinement of loads of information, but that's actually correct what Ryan said. Now, something which instantly started my attention is thinking straight back to Five Nights at Freddy's 2, the Shadow Freddy, i.e. Purple Freddy, which now I think everyone believes is to be the case. This particular suit was property of Fredbear's Family Diner, and sometimes in Five Nights at Freddy's 2, you can actually see this Purple Freddy guy sat in the back room in the parts and services. Now, something else interesting is that the phone guy persistently makes references to not knowing anything about Fredbear's Family Diner, but it's quite clear that the purple guy, or whoever's operating the Purple Freddy within, knows about the Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, and quite frankly, may want to bring them down.
Yes, and obviously this guy knows a lot about the establishment. He's most likely done his research, because maybe Fazbear's Entertainment actually copied ideas off Fredbear's Diner. Maybe that's why how he knows how to get inside, how to blend in almost.
Okay.
But it's very confusing how the phone guy doesn't actually know about Fredbear's Diner when he should, really, because if it's the previous location, they should know everything about it, really. They should know the history and everything, but it's either he doesn't want to say anything and hiding stuff away, or he genuinely just doesn't know anything.
It really intrigues me, you know, because you got to think now, rather than us just thinking that this was one huge plot to kill children, it almost seems like there's now an involvement with two different companies which are clashing in between everything else that's happening.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think one of the most important things, which has really intrigued me, is the Purple Freddy character that we actually see in Five Nights at Freddy's 2. I really do strongly believe now that the purple guy was definitely inside of this animatronic for two reasons, and the first one being the obvious one. The eyes are actually illuminated when we see this Purple Freddy character, and he almost looks like he's trying to look towards the camera's perspective with the illuminated eyes. Now, the second one is that the phone guy actually speaks very clearly about these guys looking for some kind of human interaction, isn't it? And they kind of follow the noise or something, and that's why they sometimes go to your office.
Yes.
Now, why is it that of all the animatronics, this Purple Freddy character, he does disappear from the parts and surfaces, but we never see him making his way to your office? That, for me, shows that there's some form of intelligence within this suit, and that might actually mean that there's an actual human being operating this, i.e. it could be the purple guy or possibly another member of the staff from the Fredbears Family Diner chain.
Yeah, that's very interesting, yeah.
Absolutely, and also I think the final thing we need to consider is this is also one big involvement with Five Nights at Freddy's 4. We know a lot about Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, we know very limited information about Fredbear's Family Diner, so maybe he is actually taking us back, and once again with these 8s and 7s, and this is the year we know that the new Freddy Fazbear's Pizza opened. Maybe there's going to be some kind of deep entwinement with this Fredbear's Family Diner and the Freddy Fazbear's Pizza during the period of 1987.
Going off the bite of 87, I mean, did you get a note at the end of Night 6, I believe, saying he was tampering with the animatronics? What if it wasn't you who was tampering with these animatronics? What if it was this purple man inside, this Purple Freddy, maybe trying to frame someone, maybe like he, make them feel like he felt when his business maybe went under?
I see, yeah, I'm with you now, and it's really interesting as well because it also says odor, so could have this purple man actually killed these children and stuffed them within these suits as well? There's so many things up in the air right now with this image, and do you know what I think is going to be the most exciting portion of it all? I think over the next coming weeks when we see like a sequel image to this almost, you can say, if this hat and this bow tie has gone missing, there's going to be some alarming questions we're going to need to answer in terms of who the purple guy is, and I think that will pretty much confirm that there was more than one staff member working as some kind of murderer or some menace towards Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, who isn't actually the purple guy.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
So there we have it, guys. That was once again another theory for you all, talking about the Purple Freddy hat that's currently on scottgames.com. Hopefully you did enjoy the video, and be sure to comment down below any of your thoughts.
Yes, and if you guys did enjoy this theory, why not like the video down below? And if you're new to this channel, why not subscribe for more theories like this and also some gameplay?
So thank you very much for watching the video, guys, and we'll of course see you on the next one.
Goodbye, guys.
Want to see even more content from us?
Consider liking and subscribing to ensure you'll see all content in the foreseeable future.
And hey, why not check out our past 2 videos?